Hello everybody! Welcome back to the build stream. It's your hosts, Kelsey and Juan. And we're back to stream more builds. We've got 2 builds for you today.
How's it going?
And yeah, welcome in everybody, welcome in.
Let's get started.
How's it going, BCG Furion? Yeah. Just ordered a King 95 build less than a week ago. I can't wait until it gets here. Nice, get high.
Oh yeah.
Because I got a 5080. Now she's the coolest kid in high school. Yeah. I do have a 5080. I don't have the drivers for it. It's like.
What does it do?
Well, we did an unboxing video, and then we also just kind of looked at it. Yeah.
Does it like explode if you plug it in?
No. It'll run, but it's gonna use like Microsoft Basic drivers, and it's not gonna do anything.
Oh.
Well, it's not that it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do 5080 things. But yeah, I've been checking every morning now. Been like, are the drivers out? No.
See the labs coming along?
The lab? Yeah, sort of.
Sort of?
Well, I mean, we need to get the, like, you know, the benches there. But yeah, I got a little seat at the table. Also ordered King 95, I'm excited too. Nice. As my channel grows and I'm able to reinvest into the stream, Skytech is on my list to check out. Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah. I have a cold and cough. Well, I had. It's coming down now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because there's like, did you get the like really bad flu?
No, thankfully. Not the flu, but you know, it's. I don't know what's going around, but everyone's sick right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to like dodge it. I've been saving up all my PTO and like, so that I can go on this trip at the end of the month. And like, I'm so close to having like 40 hours for the whole week. But like, if I get sick even one day, done so.
Damn. What's up, John Mark?
But I've done pretty well so far. Did you guys get enough rain in SoCal? Yeah, we got some good rain this last weekend.
Nice.
It was perfect too, because I got some mulch down for my blueberries, so it's like, it's locked in. All that moisture, locked in. We also got snow on the mountains, which is really pretty. That's one with a cold. So we got snow on the mountains, which is like freaking gorgeous. Although it's so funny because like I was on TikTok and I found a video of someone being like Big Bear, you know, the day it snowed, and then like going up the mountain, and it looked beautiful. But I was just like, oh my gosh, people, like, don't tell me that you heard it was snowing, and then you're like, I'm gonna drive up a mountain right now in my car that is not for, and then I went into the comments and there were so many people being like, I went there too. Yeah, we crashed. Like, so many accidents on the road. It was really scary. Yeah, my friend slid. Did you have chains? We didn't have chains. Like, it was just a little bit incredibly infuriating. But that's just a California thing. The urge to drive up and see snow when you do not know how to drive in snow and have a front-wheel drive car. But yeah, what's up, Telecom Juan? Hayden, how you doing?
Yo, what up?
Is this my build? Yes, this is your build. Welcome in. You were just in time.
Welcome in. What's the mess, man?
How are y'all? We are good. Oh, Juan's getting over a cold.
Yeah, I'm hanging.
So yeah.
Could be worse. It was way worse.
Give him a little grace today. He might just be building. But yeah. Well, I can tell you what. I'm excited for this weekend. My grass is coming in. I just ordered it now. I'm like,
oh, in the mail. I thought you meant from the ground.
No, I wish. That would have been so much cheaper. No, they're gonna drop it off, and then I'm gonna have to install it. And I'm like,
what?
How hard could it be to install sod?
Oh, it's sod?
Yeah.
So it's like...
It's like, you know, they give you like the little, like, carpet of it, and you have to kind of just be like, yeah.
Oh, okay,
and then you've got to move the little, like, round thingy-mabob to get all the air out of it.
So it's like already built? Like it's already.
Yeah, yeah, it's like pre-grown.
Pre-grown.
Yeah, you gotta just staple it into place or whatever.
Like a wig.
Yeah, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Which also means that I got my raised garden beds in what?
Nice.
We're gonna be gardening. Gonna get some chicken soup or rub an egg on your forehead.
The egg?
Yeah.
That's for bad energy, I think.
Is it?
Something like that. I guess it couldn't hurt though.
I've had a Skytech pre-build for a couple years. Best investment, working on getting an upgrade. Nice! Well, thank you for choosing Skytech. My second semester now and love all my classes. Oh, that's good. It's always good when you like your classes. When you don't like your classes, it sucks. But when that happens, you just gotta remind yourself that in college, you get to take whatever classes you want. Sort of.
Sort of.
Like, you still gotta take math, but like, and English, but like, other than that, you can be like, hey, do you want to learn about, I don't know, trees? College. I should get more wood to do raised beds. Yeah, I ended up actually ordering from this like website that does, I mean, it's basically just untreated cedar, but they cut theirs in a certain way so that they have this whole little modular system. And I did the math between that and like just getting the wood myself and like building the beds, and it was like not too much more expensive. So I just ended up using their system. I can like add on to it later.
And convenience costs. Or convenience is worth the price.
For real, yeah. I just showed up to my door and I just gotta slide it in, like awesome. But it was also because like I had this vision. I wanted to do like an L kind of shape.
Alright.
So I got a 4x4 bed, right? That's about 11 inches high. And then I've got two that come off in like an L block. And that's a 15 inches by 4 feet. So I'm gonna just do like lettuce, arugula, other things, bok choy in that, or some flowers. It's pretty cool. Nice case, indeed. We do love the King 95. I have fire technology 2, foods 2, American history, and health science 1. That's pretty cool that fire technology is like a class
technology?
in high school. That's really dope.
You know what a fire technology is? The Nintendo Switch? You telling me it's not fire?
It is, but King 95 Pro, yep. I'm guessing the fire tech is your favorite class. Oh, no, really. Is it foods? I do love foods. I can see that being a good class. 5090 is fire. It better not be. I'm telling you. Nope. Ugh. Don't remind me. I haven't seen it yet in person, so, well, because we haven't gotten it yet, but I am most concerned about its dimensions. And actually everything about it is concerning.
Concerning.
Although foods is fun, it's not my favorite, yeah. I took a nutrition class in college because, I don't know, it was the one that everybody in my major was doing for their science requirement because they were like, yeah, easy A. It was not an easy A. But you learned some really cool and helpful things. Oh dang, that was actually like a cooking one? Dang, I just had to learn about like brassicas and all that. Man. Baking is a science. It is, which is why I'm so bad at it. I'm more of an arts. Which is why I'm good at cooking, because I kind of feel like, yeah, you know, it's kind of, yeah, you go with the flow, you kind of do this, you see the vision. Baking? I mean, I gotta measure things. Can't just wing it. I tried making bread recently, and I don't know, I think I figured out that I was kneading it too much, but yeah, it just like became a very hard little rock of bread. Like, incredibly dense. Cilantro tastes like soap, so I don't know the flavor profile of that for normies. Oh, for normies, it's good. Yeah, I'm very happy I have the cilantro yummy gene. Man, imagine though, like having the cilantro soapy gene and like just eating salsa all the time, being like, I don't get why people like this.
Yeah, that's like...
And not knowing why. favorite class is health science. I love it so much. It's so fun. Nice. What about way better at baking than cooking? I think I just like the precise measuring sort of thing. Yeah, that can make sense. If you're someone who really likes to follow a recipe, baking is for you. But like, when I cook, I don't follow any recipes. I kind of just wing it off of like the senses. And you just can't do that with baking. There's no just like, oh, I'll feel it out, you know? Because if something starts going wrong in your cooking, you can usually add something to like kind of counteract it, you know? Not with baking.
One time, I tried to make a little chocolate. There's a shit called the coffee cup cake, which is like you put all the ingredients in a coffee cup, and that's how you make it. But I didn't use flour. I used the other thing, the
Baking soda?
the corn one. No.
Oh, cornmeal.
Cornmeal. It was interesting. I don't want to say it was bad, but it wasn't good either.
That's okay. One time I was making box cake mix, and I must have just read the measurements wrong. I think I put like a whole cup more of oil in it than it needed. And I was like, this is very like interesting. And it was like someone else who was like, yeah, I think this is more oily than it needs to be. And I was like, And I had such bad heartburn that night. Like I woke up in the night and was like, ugh. Just how much, and it was vegetable oil, so just like, oof. Saw a video of problems with the ASUS quick release PCIe and that it damages the GPU if you want to remove it. Huh, like if you want to remove the GPU or the, like if you want to remove the quick release function. Because I could maybe see that being an issue, because it doesn't have like, you know, the traditional little clicky thing. But the traditional little clicky mechanism we had also was very imperfect.
Yeah.
The amount of those that get like ripped out, or like if you start taking the GPU out and it hasn't been completely clicked, you would just have to sacrifice that thing to like get the GPU out. It sucked. But yeah, I haven't really run into like any problems with that myself, but yeah, I don't know. If you want to remove the GPU. I have seen one of those quick ones break. Like the little, you know, thing that's connected to that opens it basically. But yeah. Y'all gonna have any 5090s? Hopefully. Here's the thing though about the 50 series is that they're gonna be pretty hard to get no matter where you go. Because they're not making as many as they did for the 40 series. So it's probably gonna be like limited availability or just like, you know, when they're there, get them. They'll probably sell out a lot, and we'll have moments where we get them in again, but right now, don't really know what the situation is. The situation. The situation. It's usually 1.5 cups of water, half a cup of oil. Yeah. I probably switched those. Horrible. Foundations of Health Science is basically like the history of medicine from the very beginning and how it's changed. Oh, that is cool. Health Science 1 is body systems, so it's basically an anatomy class, which will give me a head start when I take EMT classes next year. Nice. How early do I have to get up, or how late do I have to stay up? LOL. Unfortunately, I don't know when they'll be like live on the website. As far as I know, I don't think we have many in stock, like ready to go yet. So it's probably just gonna be one of those things where, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. And not because like I gotta keep this, like they don't tell me anything. So if the 50 series is out, does the 40 series see a price drop? You know, one would hope, but they're not producing any more of the 40 series either. So if the 50 series becomes more scarce, people are still going to be going to the 40 series. So, like, I would, like, hopefully. But it's going to just come down to what the market is, unfortunately. Which is incredibly annoying.
Dang, speaking of the market, how about that new deep sea? I loved all the headlines today of plagiarism company accuses other company of plagiarizing their product.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You're not gonna catch me betting on AI.
Yeah, me either.
Just because anytime people are like, "This is like go all in," that's when I'm like, I know to get out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I bought up Beanie Babies from people who thought they'd retire on them. I've bought collections of thousands of Hot Wheels and comic books from people who were just like, they said this was a sure thing. And ever since then, I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm going to go and invest in something really random right now that nobody's thinking about. Like, I don't know, hiking boots? I'm going to go buy REI stock.
I guess it's true how when everyone needs survival equipment.
I'm gonna go put all my money in quails. That's where the gold is. Quails. I saw some of the comparisons of the 5080 to the 4080 Super. Not much of a remarkable difference in performance. Super. Yeah, and that's the thing to keep in mind with all of this stuff is like the bleeding edge is gonna keep bleeding, and you're never gonna beat it. Like, there's always gonna be new stuff coming out around the corner, and a lot of the time, it's not worth the upgrade, especially if you just bought like a nice, new machine with a really nice beefy GPU. I'm seeing the photos of people camping out in front of like Micro Center looking for the 5090, and it's like,
Jeez.
I don't get that because it's like, it's not like there's anything that you can't do without the 5090. Like it's not waiting for the next PlayStation and its exclusives. You know what I mean? Like any game you want to play on that, you can play on other GPUs. Probably the one you currently got at home. You know what I mean? Not to say that, it isn't impressive and it isn't cool, and obviously the newest thing is obviously going to be the best thing. It's just a matter of, like, do you really need the best thing every year? And, like, for some of you, you've been waiting for, like, upgrades and all that. That's the time to pounce on the bleeding edge. But, yeah, if I had a 4080 Super right now, I'd be feeling pretty good.
Maybe, definitely secondhand market. Oh yeah, I agree. I think secondhand market is where the real deals are at.
Yeah.
From all the people upgrading.
Needs the TSMC for AI data center cards. Games get whatever's left over. Exactly, and that's the issue. On our end is like, oh, okay. Retail cards aren't going to be a priority anymore. Cool. People were already camping at Micro Center 3 days ago. Dude, like, it's not like it's the Twilight panel at Comic-Con. Like,
That's what?
I don't know. I was just trying to think the thing that people camped out the most for, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it was the Twilight panel at Comic-Con. But, dude, I'm getting ready for this trip to the Redwoods that I'm going to be taking, so, like, I've been getting a lot of content for that on, like, social media, and I keep getting a bunch of those, like, Hoa Hoa videos from, like, Twilight, like... So it'll be like that one little, like, dialogue that she says at the beginning where it's like, there's a town in Washington under constant blah 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 that gets blah blah. There's a town called Forks, but, like, people do that over the Redwoods, and yeah, I'm suddenly getting a lot of Twilight stuff because of the Redwoods. That movie doesn't even take place in the Redwoods. It takes place in Washington. By AMD. Honestly, if Nvidia's not going to be there for that market or have, like, a lot of availability, this is AMD's chance to really shine. And, I mean, I've been buying Radeon cards for a good long while. Like, I got no problem going Radeon. I enjoy them quite a lot. Kids in Fortnite called me a boomer. I must get a 5090 and beat them. Oh my god, Twilight Grace was something else back in the day. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the last movie that, like, had people going to midnight premieres and, like, lining up for that?
Harry Potter?
I think some of the Marvel movies, like...
Yeah, that's true.
I used to go to the midnight premieres of Marvel movies with
Oh,
my
you meant,
friends.
like, after that.
Yeah, like, what was the last, like...
Most recent.
But, like, I can't really think of anything that has...
Maybe, like, Endgame.
Yeah, but like that was like the end of it, like quite literally.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, we need another series to come along that people are like diehard for.
What happened to cinema?
I don't know. Wicked? Oh, did Wicked have it?
Wicked had. Oh, I could see that.
Yeah. I still love my PC, built by Skytech. Wish I would have saved, downloaded the VOD. Then though, I used the PC and met my best friend of 3 years, and just asked her out a week ago, and she said yes. Oh my gosh, congrats! Heck
nice.
yeah. Hey, I mean, you know, shoot your shot. Never hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it hurts, but sometimes it's worth it. You know what I mean?
You gotta read the room.
Yeah, but even if you're like, okay, I might be totally off base. There's always that certain point you get to where you're like, you know what, I gotta say something, and like what happens, it's worth it. Like I can't keep holding this, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You gotta be mature enough to like move past it. If it doesn't go the way that you
when
want.
it works out, though, my gosh, man, what is that like? But congrats, my gosh.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, for real. They had to call police to my local mall to crowd control for Wicked.
Oh, dang.
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay, cinema is back.
That's my people, theater kids.
You were gonna say.
Honestly, though, like, I don't know if you're ever spending time around theater kids. Be crazy. Like,
That's
the
your
wildest. Yeah. Hey, man, like, I didn't really have a social life in high school. Theater was my social life. Because if you did a play, there would always be a cast party afterwards. And you had to be invited to that because you were part of the cast. And I love a party, so I was just like over the moon. I got to go to the cast party. For me, it was Endgame. That was the last one. I went to see the midnight release. Yeah, same. Dang, we need like another like big thing. Although now I'm like the Wicked cinematic universe.
Who?
The Wicked.
The Wicked.
I'm sure Dune 2 had it. Does Dune have like midnight premieres,
I mean,
people waiting for, or is it like?
It might have. I don't know if it was as big as the first one. Definitely not, because that one was on streaming.
I think the key is you have to capture like the teenage market, or like young adults, because they're the ones who have like the time. They can go to a midnight premiere and like they don't have to go to a 9 to 5 in the morning. Like they're gonna roll up to Cinnabon at like 12, and like that works. Or at least that's when I used to go to all those. When I was younger and I worked at the mall. Younger, I worked at the
You
mall.
really lived that 16 life, didn't you?
Yeah, but I lived
That
it in my
cartoon?
20s.
Yeah, I don't know why that cartoon. Yeah, it's more accurate for like early 20-year-olds. But that was a good show. I don't know if you ever watched it.
Yeah.
With the lemon
Wasn't it
stand.
Canadian?
Was it? Probably. I don't
Canada
know.
make that show? Remember when Twilight first came to DVD and they were giving out like film sales from the film inside of boxes? People were clearing out the DVDs from stores every day for a month. My gosh.
Jesus.
Twilight fever. I need to update my PC though. Storage is becoming a huge problem. Oh, luckily though it's a super easy like upgrade to do.
Yeah.
The most painful part is buying the storage.
It might get expensive sooner too, so I would do that quick.
8 terabyte. Need to upgrade with another 4 to 8 terabyte.
God damn.
Dang.
All
I mean,
right.
especially if you have a lot of stuff that's kind of just like sitting, or like is music files, image files, maybe even movies and all that. Get yourself a big, cheap hard disk drive, or an external hard drive or something like, and just throw junk onto there. Which AMD CPU are the X870 motherboards compatible with? Basically, either the 7000 or the 9000 series. So AM5. I'm gonna try to find a 5090 bundle or something with it. Ooh. I'm a developer and do 3D assets. See, yeah, like that's a good use. A ton of programming files and 3D models, raw textures, etc. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that'll fill up quickly. I took like a photography class in college as just like an elective, and we would shoot in RAW, and oh my gosh, yeah, you'd fill the computer quickly. So you're paying 3D animation graphic designer here. The assets. Is this the new studio? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's still in a bit of a, like, it's in progress still. But yeah, we're here now.
What do you see progressing? What do you see progressing about it?
I have well, maybe we paint it, and also maybe I get a cool hat.
Okay. Dude, I told them we should have traded the big ass TV for like one that fits
That
near
area.
the shelf.
Yeah.
But I think they already hung it, so it's kind of too late.
The 5080 and 5090 is a joke, fake frames. It's definitely something people should look into and just, weigh that on your purchase.
Are you a frame rate truther?
No, I'm actually just someone who, like, and this is like so controversial considering what I work in and do, I don't really care about frames as much. To a certain point, I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Turn on VSync and forget it.
Literally. But I've also just never really been like a like I need it to run smoothly. All I care about. Anything on top of that is like, yeah. But I also don't run like the beefiest machine at home. I spent the weekend playing WoW Classic, like, of all things. Eventually I'm gonna fall into a Sims 3 like hole again for 2 weeks where that's all I play. A game from 2006. Like, I'm not the market. I'm not the market for the 5090.
What are you gonna do with the orange computer?
Use it. Eventually.
Eventually.
Took a 3D modeling class in my freshman year of high school. The teacher had the setup at his desk where he could see all the students' screens. Oh wow. Teacher told me at the end of the year that he would literally just pull up only my screen and watch for the most of the class because of how advanced I was. That's nice.
Dang.
Yeah, one of our guys in IT is taking courses right now in animation too and 3D modeling, but he's done a lot of that stuff for years now, like just kind of on his own. And he always has the teacher being like, "Are you sure you haven't taken this class before?" Like turning his work in. Always a good sign.
Yeah.
How's Mr. Coffee doing? I heard he got traumatized by the 5080 GPU. LOL. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. The Skytech commercials. Yeah, he's good. I don't know. He's probably upstairs right now. He'll probably pop in at some point.
What'd you get?
KFC.
Oh yeah. Hey Kelsey, did you see my chat of the AMD CPU? Yeah, about which one, what the X870s are compatible with? Basically any of the AM5s. Oh yeah, but I should probably tell you now too. Yeah, first week of March, I'm gone.
Is that your red
I'm
one?
going on a road trip.
Nice.
I am someone who itches for road trips. Like, recently, man, I've just been like, I just gotta go. Go for a long time, go. So,
Whole
yeah.
week?
Yeah, whole week.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's my 10-year anniversary. I know, right? What? So, yeah, gonna go to the Redwoods. And all that jazz. Drive down the coast. So, I will not be here for that week. You'll be with somebody else then. So will the X870 be compatible with the 9700X? Yes. Manage that cable. What am I gonna make for dinner tonight? I'll figure it out. yeah. How's everybody's February? Well, it's not even February yet. My gosh, I'm so ahead of myself. I'm just like, vacation mind. I'm like, come on. How has the snow been treating everybody else? I know there's some places that have gotten really cold. X670 and X870E, what's the difference? The E, to you there won't really be much of a difference. It's basically one is a little fancier. I was at school for a week. Oh dang, snow day week?
Hell yeah.
In California, we have fire days.
Unfortunately. You can't really play in the smoke either.
Yeah, it was like stay inside and try not to just get sick off the fumes. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no, we're totally fine. I'm remembering though when I was I think it was 2004, we had the firestorms down in San Diego and there was just a ton of fires going on around us. And the air quality was really bad. And they made us stay home from school, basically. So, that was wild. And also we had exams. Oh.
Oh, dude, I would kill for a room temperature Gatorade right now.
You're so right. No, like, why is Gatorade actually better when it's kind of just warm?
Because it's made boiled. And I feel like it never loses that.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's
That
like,
makes a lot of sense.
even when it's like super cold, I feel like it never loses that quality.
Dude, I feel like the best Gatorade though is like it's a hot day, and you brake a little too hard, or whoever is driving brakes a little too hard, and one rolls out from under the like seat, unopened. Like that is the best Gatorade. Just like, oh, cool, is that a Gatorade?
You didn't know. It's just...
Yes, and it's just been in this hot car. Yeah. And you're like gonna go and like run, or like do some kind of. You're gonna move your body, so it's like, oh man, this is like really hidden. Yeah. I'm so happy I passed my chemistry final exam. I made a 70. Nice. Hated that class. Yeah, I hated chemistry also. I wanted to like chemistry because I was like, oh, we're gonna be putting stuff in beakers, right? And making like, No, it's just math. It's math in disguise. Just wait till you get to physics. It's also math in disguise. I like the fruit punch one or the green apple one. The green apple one's really good, yeah. I'm loving body armors lately. What is that? I ask you because I'm like, you
What?
body armors?
Body armor? I don't know.
So I know.
I like some drink.
There's a lot of work moving studios.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
Like in the whole logistical sense of things, yes.
Thankfully, I still have my day job, so I just kind of fucked off for a couple of weeks.
But yeah, a lot of logistical, a lot of moving things between buildings, a lot of there's a lot of how do we get all this crap over here? Kind of like Gatorade, but it tastes fresher or better in my opinion. I don't know. I'm a water enjoyer. I'm very boring.
Man, my boy's going in. You enjoy that, bro.
Got one of the bowls.
Oh, the munchie bowl thing?
Dude, they have the one that's like French fries, and they got like the macaroni one, and I'm like, man. Like, I know it's
the
probably...
sensory meal.
It's probably crappy, but it's like
no,
it
dude.
looks good.
People yearn for this flop.
It's true.
I did yearn for this flop.
Well, it's like physical science, which is chemistry and physics combined. Oh, the worst. Unless you like those sciences, in which case, cool.
Bro, I feel like old chem is probably the worst chemistry, or so I've heard.
I don't know. I liked biology and I liked horticulture. Horticulture was in college, but it's basically just like plant science. And I got to grow some radishes. That was pretty cool. You start them off in a little baggie that you take to the window. Sitting here watching you build my PC, my monitor mic arm just came in. Hey, get hyped. Start building that battle station. Organic chemistry is the hardest. Yeah, I could believe that. Crease it, then remove.
Pop it.
I would love to put this somewhere where nobody knew the context. Like on something and they're like, what does it mean? Grease it, then remove. It's like a skincare thing. Bioweber Chem, always. Totally agree. I think that it's like it's like, oh well, let's find the y instead of being like, solve the equation. Oh yeah. Took it last year, and I was also taking Foods 1 and Foundations of Health Science, and all those classes were connected. It was really cool. That does sound cool. What games has everyone been playing recently? Like I said, I got trapped in classic World of Warcraft for some reason. But I'm curious what everybody else has been playing.
I've been on that Clone Hero kick again.
Oh yeah?
A rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It feels nice to like feel yourself improving.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have an inherent sense of rhythm, but at least I'm good at that game.
I'm playing Marvel Rivals. Good game, good game. I'm a little worried though that Marvel Rivals is gonna like burn out quickly. Like, obviously it's like the Overwatch competitor, and it's doing better than Overwatch right now, but I kind of feel like if they don't play their cards right in like a year and a half, everyone's just gonna be back on Overwatch.
You think so?
I think Overwatch has a little bit more staying power just because, I don't know, like...
I don't know, that's not what the streets are saying. But then again, I'm not even in them.
Yeah, but... Okay, so Marvel Rivals was running into a lot of the same issues that Overwatch had too, with that whole thing where matchmaking is like a disaster. They're throwing bots into like quick play matches, which is like, okay, are you actually, you know, playing against a person or a bot? And then like, if you win, like, does it even matter at that point?
Damn.
Yeah. So there's a couple things I've seen where it's like that, and then they have a very ambitious like hero turnout cycle, which sounds cool. Like, okay, cool, new heroes all the time, but it sounds like a balancing nightmare, and I do wonder like at what point is it just like too much? Like, there's too many characters to choose from?
They're going for the whole roster?
I guess. But yeah, I'm hoping for a success. I truly am. But I'm like, ooh, I'm a little shaky about it because I don't know. It's making some interesting choices, mostly with the like matchmaking and the bots. The most interesting class I've ever taken was a food and folklore class. It was like the history of food, basically. Oh, that's so cool. One of the coolest like professionals I ever talked to in life was, we had someone come to my college and talk, and she was a linguistical anthropologist, which was like the origin of accents and like how they all work and how they're interconnected, and it was so cool.
Which ones could she do?
All of them. Like, she literally had this point, she's like, okay, now you can just say whatever one and I'll fire it off.
Wow.
And we just were like throwing them at her, and she was doing it so well. It was crazy. Yeah. Things actors get excited about.
I wish I could do more acting.
It's like things like that though that are kind of like niche and pointed. Like, oh, okay, like, I have a lot of information about this very like specific topic, and because it's so specific, I know a ton about it. Always cool.
Like Dr. Ali Lutz. The smell PhD lady. Have you seen it?
Genuinely, that would be a great person to have dinner with, I think. I was on my 4th game ever and I got robbed of my MVP. Haven't played since. Oh. Dude, okay, somewhat related to that, but do you guys have problems with, like, it's usually apps that have that thing where it's like you have a streak? Because the second I lose the streak, I never touch the app again because it's like, well, I lost. I know
What's
like
the
the whole
point?
point is to incentivize you to keep coming back, but like it actually did the opposite. Because yeah, I get that when I get like discouraged, or like there's a lot of video games that I've played and was really into, and then like it froze and I lost like a significant amount of like play time, and I didn't want to go back and play, so I never picked it up again. It was like, oh shoot. My rivals, BG3 still, sometimes WoW or any horror games. All good, honestly. Just finished Hogwarts Legacy. Nice. I never finished that one.
That is a game you can finish?
Yes. And I thought I got fairly... not really. I probably only got like 20 hours in it at most. But it's one of those I'm like, I'll go back to that. And then the games just keep piling up. I already feel so burnt out from rivals. I'm taking a little break to combat that. Yeah, I get... Those kinds of like hero shooters can get pretty repetitive. I usually, even with like when I was playing Overwatch a lot, the most I get was about 3 hours before I just got bored. Maybe they'll pull a DC. That'd be funny.
Dude, should I bring a little rhythm game setup? I have like
For
3
the
at this
stream or
point. No, just for
in
fun.
general?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
maybe.
funsies.
Blizzard just downscaled Overwatch servers by almost 40%. Dang. I was top 500 in Overwatch for pretty much the entire duration of Overwatch
Dang.
1. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense for them to kind of like scale that back anyway, because like the game is older, new things come out. They're not really doing a great job of like pulling people back in, so like that makes sense. And it's always like on like classic WoW 2, how they always have to like, oh, here's servers, and they're really full at the beginning, and then everyone just leaves, and then you end up on a dead server. It sucks. So yeah, I don't think that way because of League of Legends. 171 champions. That is true. But you have to.
Look where
you
that
have to buy them though, which is like, I mean, you can like try them out during that, but like, does anybody have the full roster?
Oh, it's been out so long, maybe.
What was y'all's Hogwarts house? According to Pottermore, back in like 2011 or something, Gryffindor.
I don't know, probably like Hufflepuff or something.
We need more fun classes like that. We don't need all this other stuff that we are never going to use. I mean, you say that, but recently I've been getting my ass kicked by geometry being useful. I'm like, okay. They don't tell you. They're like, you learned this in 10th grade, and one day if you buy a house...
But that's all they tell you. What do you mean?
No, dude, because there's a lot of people who, like, you won't really need to use a lot of geometry. I've had to calculate so much square footage recently, it's like, you need it for that. Hi, I'm new here. Hello, welcome in.
Hey, new.
We're just building PCs, chilling, chatting. Pull up a chair. 3 hours, I used to play 2 matches and bail. Yeah, that's kind of more like it these days. Well, the original Blizzard founders left the company. Blizzard is dead. Yeah, Blizzard's had a really hard time since Wrath of the Lich King. Everything's been on like a downward trajectory since
And
then.
perhaps some other things.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they started way before then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, they had it all for a month. And, like, people say, like, oh, it was Cataclysm. And Cataclysm sucked, don't get me wrong. But, like, it peaked in Wrath of the Lich King and started going down in Wrath of the Lich King. So, like, things were at play. Why did the game get stagnant when people were, like, literally neglecting feeding themselves to play it
Oh
at
my
one
God.
point? Full roster. If you have the Xbox Game Pass, you unlock them all for free on League. What? Otherwise, you can unlock about 30 to 40 champions a year off of just playing, not including events. And even then, the champions get cheaper every year they're out. I think League is actually a really fun game. It's just, it's a game that is enraging to me when I play it, because if somebody gets the jump on me in my lane, and I don't get to scale, and they're scaling, and every matchup I know we're gonna I'm gonna die, I get so tilted. But I love the concept. I think it's really cool. And I love the characters. But boy, do I break things when I play that game. But yeah. Oh man, the white radiator looks so good against this. Let me give you guys a peek. Look at that. Look at you. Let's get the application interview. I don't know, it's that Troye Sivan song has been that line from it always jumps in my head anytime I go, look at you. Let's get the application interview. It's good stuff. Oh yeah. Also, did you know that the gummy worms are still over there?
Holy shit. The same ones from last week?
Yeah.
On that plate?
No, they're in a baggie. In the big bag that they came out of for the plate. Nice. I ate the plate. And then they're just in a baggie now.
Was it 5 pounds or something?
Yeah. You know. Just casual things like that.
Casual
when you have an
5 pounds.
entire trolley harvest, you gotta sell it.
Was this through the Kyle or just...
No, this was, I think, Charles, actually.
Nice.
Feeding the addiction. Yeah, I've been good today. I had some blueberries, and I had a granola bar, and then I had an apple.
Oh yeah,
Truly out here living
real forest animal.
Yeah, truly out here living like a squirrel. You guys sick also over there? Yeah, Juan's recovering from a cold.
I am.
Luckily, I don't think he got any of the big 6.
No, thank God. I wouldn't be here. This stream would be canceled.
Yeah. Ooh. So,
Just the
that's
cold.
good, but yeah. Because of that, we're doing a shorter stream.
I was off Monday and Tuesday.
Mm.
And that sounds nice on
If
paper.
you're not sick, yeah.
But in practice, yeah. I had nothing to do but doom scroll through headlines.
My family all sick. I'm staying away. LMAO.
Oh, yeah.
Understandable. Dude, okay, but you know what being sick is great for? When you're not, so sick that you just sleep the whole day. I got, when I first got COVID, it was during, Classic WoW. Maybe a year or two after, and I finally had time. And I'm telling you, man, I got to level 30 in that, week I was sick. Just, grinding nonstop. Wake up, Warcraft. Go to sleep. Wake up, Warcraft. Go to sleep.
Alright, folks. Build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Lovely. Just gorgeous. Alright. Well, Kazosphere. This one is looking very nice. I think you're going to be quite pleased with this PC. It's a looker. It's a stunner. The RGB looks so good against it, for real.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a little night mode?
Sure.
And a kind of Nox mode? Woo! This could be you in a dark room. Very nice. How many builds do we have, by the way? We have 2 today. So, this is our first one, and we got another one coming at you. What?
Hey, what's up, Nero?
What's up, Seneca? How you doing? Hopefully mine will be on stream soon, awaiting the 50 series launch. Ooh, very exciting.
Cool.
I'm awaiting the drivers. PS5 Pro over gaming PC gaming. I mean, at a certain price point, totally. there's always some games that you just gotta play on PC. But if those aren't your games, totally chill. Alright, let me get the next one queued up. Alright, Mr. Martin, this is your build.
Ricky Martin?
Mr. Martin. It's not. Hold on. Like that. See if that works. Okay. Nice RGB build. Thank you, thank you. There's certain I don't want headaches name, but I'm true. And I will tell you, like, yeah, something like a console, much less maintenance into it. Unless, like, you get Xbox 360 fiasco with the red rings. But yeah, for the most part, much easier to maintain. Thinking of building my own PC. I tried one time with a small budget, but cut too many corners. Yeah. Yeah, that can sometimes be the problem with sticking to a budget, is you end up making a computer that doesn't actually run the stuff you want it to run well. But, first step to not doing that is mainly identifying what you want to run on it, and then what you need for that. What's up from Texas? Hey, shout out to Texas, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's possible, set a budget and work within the prices or splurge. It took me a year buying the individual pieces, but I built my first one back in November. Yeah, and it's also, like, part of it is identifying, like, okay, well, like, if the game you play is very processor heavy, prioritize the processor. Over like maybe a beefier GPU, or like if you need a lot more rendering, it needs to be more graphically intensive, that's the kind of stuff you're going to be doing. Prioritize the GPU. How much you paying Homeboy per hour? I don't pay him anything. Yeah. I was like, our boss pays him, but I don't know how much. I ain't got that kind of money.
This is cool. A little tough.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Can y'all see that?
It's the little things.
It is. So the M.2 heatsink. So it's tough in there.
The one alternative to PC for shooters I could see is the Switch 2 with mouse mode. But that will just lure the people to PC. Yeah. I don't know. If you've never played shooters with like a mouse, it's a very hard like thing to get used to. But once you get used to it, it's so hard to go back to like.
So is that confirmed? Did you hear that rumor? The Switch
that you can
2?
use the
the little thingies as a mouse.
I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it.
Are you gonna get it?
Yeah, probably. I told you I'm Nintendo trash.
Yeah.
I was raised on it. It was like like imagine that you're 5 years old and then like somebody gave you just like a whole thing of like, I don't know, Cutty Sark scotch. Like you're gonna be an alcoholic. They did that to me, but with a Game Boy Color and Pokemon. Like they got me while I was young. Yeah. Sick with the builds. True. One alternative. Sorry, I already read that one. Beep. I gave myself a budget of 1.5 monthly wages. Nice. That's a big budget. I mean, like, just when you're talking about, like, your purchasing power, that's a lot. Went under that. Always good, yeah. Core Ultra, ooh, just had a flashback, nightmare, lol. Honestly, I was like, Core Ultras have been pretty good now. Launch stuff was a little shaky, but they're really good now. Always played on the family PC, yep. In the computer room. Oh yeah, I remember the days.
Look, I get it, it's very prestigious, but like, it's time to give it up, man.
Shit. How's your day going, girl? Pretty good, can't complain. Kind of thinking about eating a ramen, but I know I shouldn't. Kind of thinking about going and grabbing a handful of gummy worms, but I shouldn't. I hate aim assist, I need therapy. Yeah, I never really understood the whole thing of like, why would you want to use like cheating software for a video game? Like, you alone in your bedroom playing like, you know, COD, poning everybody. Like, what does that really get you? Like, it's not your own skill. It's not really anything you can brag about. You can, I guess, pull one over on whoever the heck is in your match and like, haha, yeah, you're beating them, but like, what's the point? Like, you didn't do anything.
What did I win?
Yeah. You know what's so funny though? When we used to also stream to TikTok, we would get like almost every other stream somebody at least asking like, hey, how do you get past how do you get past a MAC address ban? And it's just like, you don't. Get out of here, cheater. That's how the PC gamers start in the office, yeah. Zoom Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon, oh yeah. So you may not remember, but I got it the first day and reported back to you. It was a nightmare, then took it back to Microsoft. Yeah, no, I remember. Launch, like on launch, especially with chips and motherboards, always messy. Unless it's like, you know, another iteration on the same like platform and generation. Not an issue, but anytime they launch something new. The AM5s, when they first came out, also gave me a ton of issues. And I remember being at Micro Center and watching somebody, like, buy the motherboard that I had just had, like, an issue getting to even post in the lab. And it was just like, oh, no.
And you didn't stop them.
Like, why are they gonna listen to me? Just some random lady grabs you and goes, don't buy that board.
I mean, I don't know, depending how serious she looks, I might listen.
But yeah, I know I felt more bad for like the Micro Center employees probably having to deal with like a lot of returns or people being like, hey, I have an issue with this. It's like, yeah, it needs a BIOS update or two and then it'll be fine. Telling my parents I can only quick save and I need to start the game and save again each day or it deletes the save.
You didn't tell that person like, it's okay, I'm famous?
No. Did y'all ever do the thing like back when it was usually PlayStation, the first PlayStation, where you didn't have like a memory card, and so you would just play the game and never turn it off until one fateful day that somebody turned it off, and you were like, "Mom, my progress." Or was that just me?
Dude, Sony ran a fucking racket with those memory cards from
I know.
PS1
like,
to
what
like
do you
PSP.
mean they didn't just come with one?
And dude, it was like 16 megabytes. Crazy.
Cheating software can be fun in single player games. Yeah, or like, you know, fun mods that make, you know, the Sky Rain Bears and Red Dead 2, but...
Actually, if anything, I think 16 was probably on the bigger side too.
Oh my gosh, welcome in, NVIDIA! Welcome in, welcome in!
What's up, y'all? How's
Thank
it
you
going?
so much for the raid!
Hey, y'all, hope y'all having a good day.
Yeah, I hope you're having a good stream. Getting everybody hyped for the 50 series. I can only imagine, yeah. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just building a PC, having a good time here. But yeah.
A 4070 Ti. I
Yeah.
had to look to
Ooh, great time to rate us too.
Yes.
I always have to check every time you rate us to make sure like we got an NVIDIA card on here. Otherwise, I'll like put my little shirt over it and be like nothing. Just build a PC. But we do appreciate the raids and video. We always love it when you guys do. Great stream indeed. A lot of us were hyped and tested the 5090 on Alan Wake 2. Oh, very exciting. I'm sure it was beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Well, I'm curious too, how many of y'all in the chat now from the raid, how many of you guys are waiting on the 50 series to drop? How many of you are going to get the new stuff? I want to know.
You just shifted into third gear.
Hmm?
You just went into third
I
gear.
got to. There's so many people here. I got to entertain
That's
them.
true.
Man.
There's a lot of eyeballs.
I'm like this close, just getting on the table and being like, da 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 da, a little tap dance. Yeah. I remember reading the Game Shark for the PlayStation and could use a bunch of cheats for almost any. Oh man, Game Shark. That
Oh,
takes
those
me
were
back.
dang. Yeah.
Raise his hand. Nice. All right. Cool.
What was it? Nintendo one?
Game Shark also. Yeah.
Was it also a Game Shark?
They also had the Rumble Pack. Do you remember that on the N64 that you could like attach to the back? I just remember because in Ocarina of Time, I used to fish a lot. After you beat the game, and it was a good game, so I'd still spend like a lot of time in there, and I would fish a lot. And they'd be like, "Yo, you don't have a Rumble Pack? With a Rumble Pack, you can actually feel when the fish bites." And I was like, "Why do you tell this to me? I'm a child. I don't have any. Like, how am I supposed to explain to my parents? Like, I need a Rumble Pack so I can feel the fish actually bite." As if there was a time in my life where my voice was ever that high. I don't know, man. Yes. It was fun. I'm passing on the 5000 series. That's fair, that's fair. Yes. Also, I mean, who knows? Are we going to be getting, TIs, TI Supers in the future? You might just wait for the next thing. 5070 for me. Ooh, yeah. I've always found the 70 series to be just like the Goldilocks card, you know? Just right.
Just right.
Mm-hmm. I used to do that when I was little. I would restart The Incredibles every time. Get a little further each time. Yeah. I ordered my PC from y'all last week. Oh, thank you so much. Get hyped for it.
Dude, the AC makes it sound like it's raining.
Does it?
Like
Kind of,
droplets,
right?
right?
Like a
Hitting
little
like
bit.
a metal roof. Or am I just that delirious from meta?
My favorite COD stream cheats. Do you guys install 2 PC systems with undetectable cheats? No. My 4080 and 3080 are still working fine. 3080 is an EVGA, so I'm keeping that forever. Yeah.
Dude, 30 series was OP.
Mm-hmm. It's always like fun to get hyped for the new stuff, but check in with yourself always and be like, hey, if what I'm rocking currently is still rocking with what I'm playing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. I have 2 30 series cards.
Loyal. This
Loyal.
one. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say no though if it was like, hey.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But I haven't seen a reason to upgrade. They just do everything I want them to.
You know what though? I will probably feel the itch when the new Monster Hunter comes out. That's it. I feel like everything I'm in like stasis right now, just waiting for Monster Hunter, and then I'm gonna like dive into that. Here's the annoying thing though. It launches on my anniversary, and then I'm going on vacation for a week, and I'm doing an entire like internet and electronics cleanse on it too.
Oh, nice, dude. You'll be
So
crying for it.
the week I come back, I'll be like, oh, I can finally play, and I'm gonna be gone all the way until Sunday. So like, I'm just gonna jump right into work. I'm gonna have no time to play it.
Oh.
But I'm so excited.
Take an extra day off.
Did your things disappear?
Nah, I threw them out, bro. They're
Oh,
worn. Yeah, they're jank. I just need one, like, connected one.
Do you need new ones?
I'll get it myself. It's all good.
Serious? I
site.
want to order a 2PC system with
Don't
pre-installed
call yourself-
cheats. Can y'all DM
Why?
me? I don't think we can do that just because the way that we go about
I mean,
our
they
system,
are.
but never hurts to ask live chat. Why are you wearing a mask? He's sick.
I'm sick. I'm coming down from sick.
He's sick and I can't afford to use any of my PTO. I've saved up for my trip.
Hi, chat.
Oh yeah, Fabian's here. Say hi to Fabian.
Hi, chat. How are you?
He's our
I'm
community manager / marketing director.
I'm alright. Slash,
content manager.
Yeah,
I don't know how many titles are there.
what is that called? The boxing, like on the
Unboxer?
kickback? No, on the kick. What is that called? On the bag. Like,
He's the bag
The
guys.
punching bag?
the punching bag. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah,
Okay.
It's funny that you say that because we just got
It's Batman.
rated
Got
by
very
Nvidia,
good.
so like everyone's here.
How you guys liking the new studio? It's a lot more roomy.
Yeah, it's nice.
We'll take notes. Like, but
It's a
yeah.
little dark.
I think it's just all of the white on the background is just kind of actually washing everything out, so it's so bright that it looks dark.
Yeah, when you I think when you turn the lights on and off, they like reset. So remember how you had lowered it?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
About 70.
It's on
They're on 70? What the heck?
So they should be fine now.
Yeah.
It's just that bright in here.
Dang.
Put a poster back.
Could it be?
Well, it's like back there is bright, but here is not.
Hmm. No,
Fabian,
dude.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm gonna go grab some gummy worms.
Bring me some
I guess
too.
fill in.
Bring me some too.
Yeah, I'll get a plate.
Dude, like the first stream, I looked like I got hit with the Dominican ring. I look light skinned.
Dale.
Get well soon. Thanks, man.
You know what's funny? Speaking of that, I saw a TikTok today that was like, hey, like they're at Disneyland. And hey, look, everybody, it's Chippin' Dale.
Mr. Worldwide.
So it's Chip and Dale.
Fine.
Chippin' Dale.
Dollar.
Oh, man.
Man, you know, Mr. Worldwide doesn't get enough love, but he's actually kind of a good dude.
He definitely is Mr. Worldwide.
Dude, he's performed in Alaska. Like, he earned that title.
Yeah,
Alaska
for
is
sure.
not the world.
Hey, I'm just saying, the concert.
When's the last time you've been to Alaska and for a concert? Huh?
Yeah, dude, artists be like world tour, and then it's like 3 countries, and then like 5 cities in the same country.
Yeah, for sure.
Bad news. This is all that's left, and it was 6 of them.
What?
Six
the-
Oh no! I'll just have one. There you go.
Okay, you still brought the plate anyways.
Yeah, I said I would.
Would anybody like to donate to the Worm Fund?
The worm.
No more.
Get a TV back there, play nonstop K-pop dance videos. That's what Kay does next to my desk. And then I'll get like sucked into watching them, and I'll be like, "Is that Megan the Stallion?" Yeah.
She's in there?
There's-
K-pop and then
There's
Megan Thee
one
Stallion?
K-pop video that he always plays that Megan the Stallion shows up in, and I cannot help but be like, huh?
Yeah, I don't mean
And
to
then
be,
I get sucked into it, and then yeah.
not to be pedantic, but it's Megan the Stallion.
Okay.
2 E's.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
it's on -1.
Huh?
It's on -1.
No, it's probably
What does that mean?
You're -1.
Yeah, -5. Okay.
You guys are gonna be -1 when I leave.
How many are y'all building today? 2. This is our second
This
one.
is our second one.
So, 2 of 2. Not even better. Add TV back
that
there.
better?
Put non-stop loop
I don't know.
of Subway.
No.
No, it's washed
Kelsey's
out.
glowing.
Yeah.
We're in heaven.
Yeah, I was
I don't
like,
know
I
how
think
I
I've
got
become
here.
an angel somehow.
The only thing we can do is make this brighter.
Like, don't make
No.
me a song from Greece. I thought Megan Thee Stallion was into Japanese pop and anime. She is. I
She
think that's
is.
probably one of the reasons she was like collabing with them. Hi, do we know when the 50 series is launching tomorrow? No, I don't know.
No.
Hard time. You get Fabian, you're marketing. Do you know when the 50 series is dropping on our website?
The 30th.
But like
Tomorrow.
what time? Any idea?
We have
Time?
time.
I don't know. Dustin already added them to the back end,
Uh-huh. But
so we're just
they're not live
basically green lighting them. I think tomorrow. That's all.
okay.
I guess whatever time Dustin
Yeah,
makes it.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kind of a free for all, I guess. LOL, that APT with Rose and Bruno Mars has been stuck in my head for weeks and it won't stop. Yeah, they play that a lot on the radio now. It's a good one though.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's a good song.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Horny ass song?
Is it?
With wait, which song?
Apate?
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, I thought it was the one with Bruno and Sexy Red.
No.
No.
That one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. That was. I
Word
was
for
like,
word?
oh man, they're in the room. Oh wow.
They're in the room.
Yeah, that's better.
So what changed?
Just put this at 2.5.
It's my sister's 50th birthday tomorrow. Whoa.
Dang.
Happy birthday to your sister.
Yeah.
Dang. Whoa. What? 50?
That I know. I feel like
You
the
know-
reactions are getting increasingly like insulting. Man, I will always remember that Kevin Hart video.
I feel
Him interviewing Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm 53. Damn. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
feel
sorry.
like when you turn 50, like that is one of those birthdays where you were obligated to have a party. And like the theme is 50, you know?
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, like that's the party and like you gotta call everybody you ever knew. I'm definitely getting the 5080. I'm upgrading from 2080. Oh, nice.
Damn,
Yeah, that's a good
gonna be an
upgrade. Yeah,
upgrade.
yeah. I must rob someone for a 5090. I mean,
Wow.
best of luck with that. Are the builds tested before sent? Yes.
Yes.
So what we do is after they're built, they go and they get Windows put on them. We put all the drivers that you need onto it as well, so you don't have to worry about downloading drivers. We've got that for you. And then we stress test it. And we let it run like that and just make sure that everything runs cool, that when it's under load, it's not going to throw any errors. The GPU doesn't artifact. And when it passes all that, it's sent to you. At 50, I wanted a do-over. It didn't happen, though. I'll have a party every 10 years, and in 2020, my party was ruined, so can't wait for 2030. Oh, that sucks. I love parties. I never really had a place to have them, though, ever. And now I have a place to have them, and I'm like, when are people gonna come? Like, damn.
If you
Thanks,
build
absorbed
it.
for a second. Yeah, I guess, right? I need to put a baseball field in my backyard. Building computers is addictive. I keep buying parts and have 5 pieces in-house, 3 unused.
What's up?
Times AM4, 59, 50
You grab it by the
800X3, 600, and 5 with 7950X and Intel
That's
13900K.
not
Now
bad.
building a NAS and Johnsbow in 5Ks. Totally true though. It is totally an addiction.
Ooh, that's
You'll
a
just
fire case.
Keep wanting to build like more PCs. On the plus side though, I mean, you can always find use for older hardware that you're not using. Like
Dude, why does it look daytime over there?
what? Even like with like once you kind of get some parts that you're like, okay, I cycled this out. Put
Yeah,
that
no,
into a
dude.
machine,
What is
awesome.
addicting is like cobbling together a functional computer out of like what was
Just
parts.
around, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that feels good.
Yeah. Ever since I've changed my BIOS on my 13th gen Intel, it's been a lot more stable. I've got my motherboard throttling to oblivion. When I shut it down, I get stuck in the shutdown. Okay, so here's what I've observed in the lab with the fix that Intel did to the chips. What they basically did is they completely kneecapped the chips, and in my opinion, Intel default settings, baby. Whatever the fuck I was trying to say there. The Intel default settings that it now like obviously defaults you to in BIOS actually run worse than the like unlimited mode, which is annoying because it'll be like, hey, this could like void your warranty and blah. But at least, especially on the MSI boards, MSI Unlimited. Excuse me. MSI Unlimited runs cooler, significantly cooler, and scores higher. It doesn't do as much throttling because it's not getting as hot. It's so weird. But yeah, like, depends on the board, depends on the CPU, but if you're having issues with it, I would try putting it back on whatever the, like, unlimited, taking it off of Intel stock settings and running it and just seeing, does it run cooler? Does it run better? Has it stopped throttling? Because, like, almost across the board, I've seen that be the case. I've been able to push it 5.5 at 280 watts. Oh, that's nice. I have an overkill water cooler, always in the 30s. Okay, nice.
Hell yeah.
Very nice. The yellow one. I don't know.
Why are they segregated?
That's how they follow the bag, man.
Alright.
Also, 5 of them were this one. And that was like the only other one.
And they all went into their separate little corners.
I still run a 13900KS that I carefully tuned to reach top CPU scores and 3D Mark on an EVGA motherboard with no degradation, cooling, or stability issues. Your board doesn't have the BIOS update. Nice. Yeah, ironically, I know that people were really like worried about that, and there was a lot of like hubbub on the internet about the Intel's like degrading and all this, but we do not see a lot of returns for the like 13900K, 14900K, or degraded CPUs. We actually see more returns of bad AMD chips than we do of those Intels. That being said, I'm not saying that it like isn't an issue that's happening. From what I observed in my testing from the moment that I got those 13th gens and 14th gens, throughout testing them and watching it all happen, is that out of the box, the BIOSes were overvolting them. So they were running insanely hot, very fast, but very, very hot. And because of that, we started putting 420mm AIOs on those chips. And like my department was like, we're not letting this out without that. As time went on, the BIOSes matured. So like a new BIOS update would basically leave it so that you'd get a few C cooler and you'd get the same kind of performance. Or like, you know, it wouldn't pull 370 watts. It would pull much less than that, but you'd still get really good performance. It got better. It got tuned in as the motherboard manufacturers tooled it better. But on launch, it was really hot. And unfortunately, 14th gen was exactly the same thing. Ran very hot, was overvolted, took a while for the BIOSes to kind of tune it in. But once I got to that point, it was pretty okay. And as long as you were using sufficient cooling on it, mind you, we were just running benchmarks, and the stuff was getting hot, but most of the time you're not going to be running something like a benchmark. It was okay. So, I kind of feel like they actually wrecked that generation with the fixed BIOS updates. Now, I do think it really helps, like, some people who were having issues with that. Maybe they weren't using adequate cooling. Maybe it's certain boards in particular, because there were a lot of boards that would come and out of box were overvolting them. And at a certain point, I was not passing those boards, so we were not using them. So it could be certain boards, certain BIOS settings that were just kind of cooking those bad boys. But yeah, ever since the Intel like limits thing has been enforced, I don't understand why, and mostly on MSI that I've been seeing this, I don't understand why it runs hotter.
No.
Like, and because of that, like, and now it throttles much more easily because it doesn't want to get hot, but it gets hot, like, and then throttles itself, whereas the regular setting is just kind of like running cooler and not. I don't know, it's very interesting. TLDR, auto settings always scare me. Yeah, I mean, like, anytime you notice like, you know, your system's running hot or something like that, that's the time to like, you know, fiddle with the settings. Obviously, if like default works fine out of box and you've got, you know, a cooler chip, adequate cooling, you don't have to worry about it.
You can
Autos
just leave
are
them
fine.
over there.
But yeah, there's certain things that you kind of want to tool.
You know, matter of fact, can you just take it? Please?
So are there any left on the plate?
Yeah,
It
no,
looks
just like
empty.
I'm
There are 3 worms.
I'll take them both of them.
3 worms. Woo!
Put it on the rack, mommy.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, nah,
Hey
I'm
guys,
gonna leave
what's
it
up?
right there.
Jupiter, how you doing?
Yeah.
All the systems I've seen that have issues had everything on auto, and manually tuned systems didn't have a problem. True. Yeah, because like I said, like a lot of those motherboards out of box for some reason on their auto settings were overvolting them a lot, as much as 1.4 volts. That's what I observed. And like that is not healthy long term. Do you guys have a Discord? I would like to share my weird computer build. I was able to really high in the Cinnabunch record. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, post it up.
What is our disc? Is it exclamation point Discord?
I hope so. I hope the bot still works.
Woo, there we go. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a Discord.
So you're saving the company by not having CPUs returned? I mean, that's what I try and remind them. Always. It's like, hey, trust me, this will come back in the fact that they won't come back. But it can be very hard to argue that sometimes.
Oh, it's not a short-term saving? No, I don't want it.
I'm one of the departments that will always fight for the long term. To my detriment.
Have you started getting the cases in?
Mostly from Game DSY.
Oh. Have any of them passed?
Yeah.
Are
But
any of them good?
yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Now, is there anything I'm like super in love with? No, but
No.
it takes a lot to woo me. You know what? You know what really wooed me?
What is it?
That Montech Sky 2, the Azure 2.
Oh, yeah. And then they replaced
Yeah, you'll
it.
hear when I see one that's like that.
Yeah. Too bad that's gone now.
Also, the Antec stuff has been really good.
Yeah.
Like the same problem with my 1400 AS, never gets cold. I regret buying this. Can't play more than 1 hour. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Dang, that sucks.
There's some different BIOS settings that you might be able to, you know, fool around with that will keep it from getting to a certain point. Load line calibration is one of them, but definitely look at a guide for that. You can always reset your BIOS settings, but if you ever set anything in the BIOS that makes it hard for it to post, it can be difficult to do that. Not really difficult. You just have to take out the CMOS battery and discharge, but it's a whole thing. Best to look at a guide. I made it into the number 3 listing on Cinebench. Nice. My question might be a little out of place, but what happened to the Storm? Was it just a one-time experience build sold on specific platforms, or it got discontinued? More so the first one. Yeah, it was basically made for a certain retailer, and then was just kind of done. What's a good area to post my computer build on your Discord? I think there's a cool builds, like channel on there, or like cool PCs. Case makers should send Kelsey Subaru inspired PC case with badges they can put on her car. Nah, man, I gave Subaru so many moments to win me over, and they were just like, no. Spite, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. That being said, I'm gonna take that thing up to the Redwoods and I'm stoked. Cause like, it's the rainy season. I don't know too much about PCs, so no chance to change something in BIOS. I'm a noob on PCs. Ah, gotcha.
You're not gonna ask for the little badge that you get for the activities?
No.
Have you seen those?
I've seen them, but I don't know where you get them.
Like, from Subaru themselves, I think.
I was able to beat the Intel Xeon W3. Wow. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff in BIOS with my 13900 and had to upgrade to EK360 rad cooler. I followed YouTube tutorials. Yeah. Man, 13th gen is like responsible for, well, I don't have any gray hair, but if I did, I'd be like, that was a 13th gen.
total?
Ryzen 7 5700X3D plus RTX 2060, 12 gigabytes. Nice. Do you guys think Intel will ever have a comeback? Because AMD is killing them in the gaming department. Oh yeah, they always go back and forth. And the thing that Intel has, business-wise, that they tend to do pretty well, is that Intel has very good deals with, like, Dell, for instance. They sell a lot to the laptop market, and they sell a lot to the, like, the Optiplexes, a lot to the, like, business, I need this to get on MailChimp and Excel, kind of systems. They do a lot of business there. So they're not necessarily hurting. And their workstation grade stuff is pretty good. But yeah, as far as like gaming goes, it's gonna be a little tit for tat. I mean, both launches of Intel Ultra and Ryzen 5 had issues for me in the lab. So it's always gonna be a little tough coming out of the gate. But seeing on what Intel does in the future, I wouldn't be surprised if they did something a little special. Or if AMD steps into it somehow. Like, both of those are totally possible. It's kind of just a matter of when you're in the market to buy a chip, or like set up a whole new PC and you gotta think about what kind of motherboard you're going with, just compare what's in your price range and pick what makes most sense. Want to take this time to say thank you after buying a $200 Office PC with Internet Explorer. That was trash. I found you guys and oh my god, it saved my life. Now I can run it with 4K graphics. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a huge upgrade from some of those PCs. It's wild when you realize, like, man, I've never played on a dedicated graphics card until now. Everything was like onboard graphics. My gosh. Oh, Jay's 2 cents is here. Welcome in.
Whoa, what's up, bro?
Wanted to give building my own PC a shot. It's so convoluted with information out there. Wish I would have known the 7800 XT doesn't fit in a micro ATX case. Well, it can fit in certain micro ATX cases, but it's just always important to double check your dimensions and the GPU dimensions before picking a case. And also just like looking at, there's certain things too where the dimensions seem like it's fine, but a lot of cases these days are doing the like fans back here. Totally.
Oh,
totally.
Did I do that?
Missed my point, but like back here. And I've had some cases where I've tested that the fans there might clear. You can get a GPU in there, but there's nowhere else to mount a radiator. So if you have an AIO, you have to mount it back there, and that pushes the fans out just enough to compete with where the GPU is coming, and it completely cuts off the GPU link you can use in a system like that. So those are like things that you kind of got to think about too. And with stuff like that, where it's not as apparent, reviews really help. But you always want to check GPU dimensions, chassis dimensions. Just watching the build while benchmarking. Oh, nice.
Dang, cool.
What you benchmarking?
5090 maybe.
Does everybody have the drivers but me? I'm so like...
Dang, have you tried being a famous YouTuber? That might help.
It's not enough to just be research and development. Okay. I'm sure the drivers will go public tomorrow and then I'll test it. And it's like, what's an extra day? But... The J's 2 cents? Yeah, he's over on YouTube. In the chat. I'm retesting old cards to prepare for the 5070. Oh, that's good, yeah. Yeah, you always gotta kind of bench things again. Get your little comparisons. I got you.
Smart.
Yeah. Do you guys sell merch? If so, where? We do not currently.
Not yet.
There's a effort behind the scenes to eventually do that.
Yeah.
There's several of us who are kind of like pushing for it, but yeah, currently no. Hopefully in the future.
Yeah, stay tuned.
We tried some hats. Juan's got one.
I moved the cover.
Yeah.
Fabian had the black and red one.
Yeah.
He's gone now.
What motherboard and CPU you would recommend for gaming? I think change this 14900KS. Okay, so you don't want to have a 14900KS and you're going for motherboard and CPU. Honestly, right now, I like what Okay, I would say jump over to AMD right now. They've got a lot of really good offerings. Not saying that Ultra is like, you know, terrible. Compare things to your price range. But I've really liked the MSI AMD boards recently. And that's wild because I'm a big critic of some of MSI's choices with their boards, particularly in relation to 13th and 14th gen Intel. Totally different ballgame on AMD. I really like the MSI boards for AMD. I haven't really had any issues with them. And they're usually a good price. But it depends on what your budget is. If you're worried about temperatures because of the 14900KS and all that, AMD doesn't really have that same problem, but I would recommend steering clear of the first series, like the first batch of AM5 that came out, the 7600, the 7600X, the 7700X, the 7900X, and the 7950X, because those ones had that. They have that heat issue where they just run to that 85 or 90 some odd degrees no matter what you put on it, cooling wise, and that was fixed in every chip that came out since then from AMD. So I would pass on those and go for either 9000 series or the non-X chips from the 7000s, and obviously X3D is fantastic chips. You know what's also a fantastic chip? Doritos.
I like Takis myself.
I never use chip though. That's all I can think is like chip, like a tortilla chip. You know what's a really great chip? Mission tortilla chips.
Oh, Mission tortilla. How about Tostitos hint of lime?
Oh, actually, yeah. But like not to dip in anything. Like that's like I'm just sitting on the couch and eating them. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Perfectly fine with my current one because NVIDIA still doesn't care about VR. I was like, hopefully they're not still sticking around in our chat, but although, you know, take the note. Step up. No, just kidding. Again, just in case they're in our chat. I used to be top 10 on 3D Mark, slowly dropped to top 25 over the years, but tomorrow I'm going to be knocked to like top 1000. Those 5090s have a lot of power once I get one though, yeah? That's pretty cool. I've never really chased like having the highest benchmark. But that's interesting because then you get into overclocking and yeah. That
Have you ever made it on there just like by accident? Just testing some stuff?
I probably would, because usually I'm testing things that aren't released yet, but I can't actually upload it, so like I'm doing this without the internet, you know, because I don't want to leak.
Right.
Yeah, we all love leaks. You don't want to be the person who leaks. So like, I built my computer with car parts, the whole house water pump. Through on your Discord if you want to see my concoction. Oh, dude, I totally will. Yeah. When this is over. Does someone need to do a store run for you? It'd be kind of nice. Maybe. Benching tuning. See, it gets addictive, especially if you like testing things. Yeah. The only thing is mounting an AIO cooler is weird with the clips instead of screwing into the motherboard. B650 MD. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the clips. I won't lie. It makes things a little easier.
It is pretty easy.
But that's also just because some brackets can be really annoying. Any like AIO, like on the Intel side, that lets you like, you know, you put backplate in and then it's something that you screw into that and it holds that thing in place, so then you can put the AIO in and continue to screw that. Love that. We need more of that. I'm testing a bunch of air coolers right now and it's Build-A-Brackets, and those like, I've had like so many moments where I'm like, is this the day I flip a table? because if you're building that like on a table, it's fine because the backplate will stay. Or if you just use the adhesive on the back of it, it'll stick to the motherboard and it won't move. I can't do that because I'm using the same motherboard to test like 50 different things. So it needs to be removable. And I'm testing it on a test bench, which lifts everything. So I gotta have my hand under it, and then I gotta get the little, like, oh my gosh. And if I just barely hit it and it all falls over, it's like Jenga. They're fine, they're cheap, they get the job done, but Build-A-Brackets are like I have a personal vendetta about it, and I mention it in every single report that I test that has it. Until they learn. No more Build-A-Bracket. Luckily, AIOs don't really do that. That's an air cooler thing. What's up, Goddess Rihanna? How are you?
Yo, yo.
How you doing? Just want to heat my house in hot water with waste computer heat, custom exotic loops, works great. Oh, nice. The reservoir for my PC is 1 gallon. Dang.
Dang.
I hope you never have to drain that.
I know, right? Just like 10 straight minutes of whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh my gosh. I just bought an ASUS 4070 Ti Super for $850. Should I keep it or go for a 5070 Ti? I don't believe the 5070 Ti is coming out in this round. So, at the very least, keep it until that comes out. I could be wrong though, I haven't been following it as closely, but I don't think they're doing TIs this series. That would likely be in the next round. Or try to get a 5080. I mean, you could go for a 5080, but a 4070 Ti is a fantastic card, especially if you just got it. I wouldn't upgrade. Because, like, yeah, maybe you could sell it, but you're probably going to take a loss on it. And you're not going to see so much of a difference that it's not going to be such an upgrade that you're going to notice the difference, really. Unless you are doing some rendering, unless you were trying to play something on 4K, unless you're really just going for the most frames you can get out of Cyberpunk, still. That's not like a big enough jump to really justify it. And if you wait a little longer, there's always going to be new stuff coming out. You know what I mean? So you don't want to get the 5080 and then realize, oh crap, I should have gotten the, 5080 Super Elizabeth. I don't know what the naming scheme will be. Why can't we just call it the Elizabeth? It's like when home builders name like their house plans and they're like, it's the Chelsea, the Rachel, and the Elizabeth. You're like, okay, y'all just couldn't think of any names, could you? Back, sorry, nurse came by. How's everyone? We're good. Hopefully you are as well. But yeah. We're back streaming. We are in the new building, new studio. Just kind of getting back into the groove of things.
Yeah.
Chilling. One's got a little cold.
Yeah.
$5070 should be coming out in February, I think. Buying the new GPU is like buying the new iPhone every year. Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Mm-hmm. Especially if you already have last gen, it's like a
make the upgrade if the upgrade makes sense. Like if it's actually going to be an upgrade, a sizable one. Unless you just really want to have the best. Like, if you want to live on the bleeding edge, feel free. Like, I ain't gonna stop you. But, yeah. You can still get good use out of even, 2080 still. Although the person who said that they were upgrading from a 2080 to the 5080, I'm like, that's a good upgrade. That's a good move.
Yeah, the 2080, while being great in its time, might be...
Yeah, like, it's showing its age now. But, you know what I mean. Sometimes you run into people who really think, like, oh man, only a 4070 Ti? How will I exist? And it's like, what? Back in my day, it was a Lenovo with onboard graphics that my mom used. Like, what? And I still found time to raid. Actually, want to experiment and try it in a fish tank cooler hook of mine so I can get some higher experimentation. That'd be pretty cool. I'm able to have a daily driver PC that's top of the leaderboards without onto lots and lots of cold thermal mass. Yeah, some of the really creative ways of cooling, or like, gosh, what is it? I can't remember. But when they were talking back in the day about like the 13.9 and the 14.9 hitting like 6.6, insanity. The ways they have to cool that.
Do you have any recommendations for cable management under the desk? Yeah, zip ties are a good option. Velcro straps like these also work. If you find yourself rearranging your area a lot, I think Velcro might be the move.
Yeah, instead of like tape or anything.
Yeah.
Gaffa.
But yeah, zip ties if you want something permanent.
I'm doing okay, but I'm in the hospital. I have surgery on Friday. Oh my gosh. Well, best of luck on surgery.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're thinking about you. Hopefully it's not nothing too bad, or hopefully it's something that like, you're. I don't know. Do you ever have those things too? It's like with teeth, where you're like, you hate going to the dentist, but when your tooth really hurts, you're like, oh yeah, like I can't freaking wait.
Anything.
Yeah, and you're in the chair and you're like, yeah, doc, just pull it. Like I'm so ready. Numb me, like.
No.
So if it's one of those, then like, well, I hope it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh man, once I get this out of me, everything's good.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah.
Get well soon.
Yeah, definitely get well soon. Very lucky I've never had to have surgery yet. Can't even imagine. Yee, once I get the surgery, things should be good. And thank you. You're very welcome. I'm glad things will be good. They'll only work if you use it to pre-chill water, unless you get a really large one or idle one. Like I'm Cinebench 2024, my multi-core rating was 1560. Yeah. Weld cable management? What?
Cool.
Welding.
Welding.
What are we doing today? We are building PCs. We are actually on our second one of two. Oh, you're almost done here, aren't you? What?
That might be deceiving, but I still need some fans.
Oh, that's true, yeah. You do things like in a very different order than me.
It's the nicest way someone said that.
No, but like it's true. Like there's
it
no
is
wrong way to do it.
Because I did the AIO first.
Yeah, and you do your like power supply last, and like
Yeah.
homie, that's like the second thing I put it. Like once the like motherboard's in there with all the the cooler and all that, then it's like time for the power supply. Like going listening to the Doom Eternal soundtrack, rip and tear until it's done.
Nice. It's a good soundtrack.
What's up, strangers? New place, new setup? Indeed.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
in a new building and a new studio.
How's it going, man?
So welcome into Moo. How you been? Hi, do you have any recommendations on how to get my... Oh, sorry, I already read that one. Ba-ba. 4070 Ti Super is going for 1300. Something
Wow.
like that. Nice. Yeah, if you got it for 850, then nice. Coming from the PNY 3080, 10 gigabyte. Oh, I love the PNY 3080. Love the ponies. But yeah.
Dude, you know that trend that's like, I just ate this half, might save the other for later?
Mm-mm.
You never saw those videos?
No.
Where like they ate the half, but it was like the weird half, so like a sub sandwich, they would eat it the long way. So it's just be, you didn't see at least one?
No, like literally not at all.
What?
I don't know, man. I've just been getting gardening videos and like
Holy crap.
and like national parks. I don't know
All
what
different
happened.
algorithms, I guess.
I know. The TikTok was literally like, "Oh, you work in tech. Here's nature." And I'm like, "Dang." Yeah, they got me. They got me. It's like a refrigerator. You can set the temperature, and you can't set it too low, or it will create condensation from research. But I will try it out one day. Oh yeah, I have heard of that. Kelsey, what does the F on the ASUS Strix B550F Mobo mean? You know, that's a great question. I don't really know, and I really am tempted to just make it up and be like, frog.
Fancy. Frog?
Frog. Yeah, we went in different directions there.
Yeah,
Fancy.
for sure.
ASUS Strix B550. Honestly, the Strix B550s were really nice. Like for B550 boards, let's see. Look this bad boy up. It kind of just seems like it's being like F gaming. Like, dude, that's your entire like market. Like,
Yeah,
what are
bro.
you doing? F gaming? F you. Advanced AI PC ready. Okay.
What is a motherboard? And never mind. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. I don't know. Because obviously F on a CPU means that it does not have onboard graphics, but that doesn't mean jack
For
to a motherboard. Maybe it's for flexible.
Definitely not.
Or fast.
I'm sure LRP can tell you it is not flexible.
French fries. I've been good. Got my new
I guess
GPU
okay.
in, and I'm waiting on my new Mobo. I ordered the MSI Mag V650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Oh, nice! That's a good board. I've worked with it. So I'm getting a PC because friends, but where would I learn how to use it? Like, haven't had one since childhood and feel lost once it gets there. Luckily, the newer OSs, so like Windows 11, is pretty user-friendly. Anything that you need to find in the file system. So if you're like a little uncomfortable of navigating file systems or knowing where things, you know, are and go, they have that little search bar. You can type in whatever you're looking for, and it usually does a pretty good job of bringing it up. Other than that, though, I was like, I feel like Microsoft has some resources on there of like a, hey, let me show you a tour, let me show you how to do this, that, and the other. But as far as like any other kind of education on just like how to use Windows, how to use a computer, it's a little tougher because there's part of me that just wants to be like, oh yeah, go take like an A+ course for CompTIA. You'll learn everything. But obviously a lot of that isn't really applicable for just like day-to-day use. I don't know, that's a really good question. I would say you probably are more familiar with it than you think. Once you kind of get back in the groove of using it, and once you kind of figure out where certain settings and such are. Yeah. I've been using my Mac, so it'll be different, I'm guessing. Yeah, but it actually isn't too different from Mac. I mean...
What's that one's name?
This one? Charlie?
Charlie? Because Charles bought him?
Oh my god, I was thinking Charlie XCX. We're on different wavelengths today, dude.
Yeah, we are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ate her. Dang. No more party, man.
Well, Brat, can I handle that?
I don't know, can you? Dude, my favorite thing was like, I don't know, adults, preteens being like, Charlie XCX does coke? Like, bro, did you not listen to the song?
Yeah. It knows you want to go on a tech-free vacation. It does, yeah. I was just looking for some recommendations, and now it's like, have you thought about this national park? And I'm like, no, I haven't. Show me it. And it'll just be somebody like driving through Grand Tetons or whatever, and I'm like, wow. Well, I do know the B can't be overclocked. True. So yeah, I was like, obviously like B boards and X boards and that's a little different, but usually like the letters that come after, like the 550 or the 670, there's not really much form or reason. Well, I mean there is, because like any board that has a -C after it is CEC compliant, or at least they say so. I've tested some
What is that
before.
supposed to be?
I've tested some because
Throwing some shade.
compliance is also what I do, and I've tested some before where the scores come up about 5 points short of being CEC, compliant, and it comes down to like the power delivery of some kind of USB, but I have to contact the company first to figure that out. It's very annoying. So like they do mean some things, but I don't really know, and I don't know if it's universal across all motherboard manufacturers in the way that it is with like Intel chips, etc.
What does etc. mean?
Etc.
What does it mean?
Etc. etc. dot. F to pay respects, AM4 will never die.
For real,
Accurate, actually, yeah. They're stepping out AM4. So I'm using Tiny 11 with Revy optimization, which really shrinks the OS down, and I modified the power plan where it is the most inefficient power hungry beast setting. Nice.
Is it? Do you think that's like worth it for like? Because I have a 5600G system, so it like. I'm trying to run some light games on it. Mm-hmm. Would I really benefit from some of those like custom OSs? I thought about it, but I haven't really dove into any of them.
Usually M after the number is micro ATX. Yeah, that makes sense, because we have a lot of MC boards. Yeah, I'm trying to think what F would be then. Because, I mean, F in Intel obviously means failed. The iGPU failed. But I don't feel like they would sell failed boards. Like, I'm trying to think if there's anything a motherboard could fail at, and I don't think so. That like you would still be able to sell it with. Building PC for my brother-in-law with my old parts. I just need a Mobo.
Dang.
There's always something you need. Where you're like, I just need that one last thing. Yes, I was able to run Dead by Daylight on a 900 series graphics card with a normal OS. I couldn't do it.
I might give it a shot.
With Tiny 11, I was able to play it, of course, on the lowest settings. Interesting. How long from now should I upgrade? Like every 3 to 4 years? I mean, that's like probably a good rule of thumb, but I always say the time to upgrade is when whatever you are using your computer to do, whether it be rendering, whether it be gaming, whether it's one game in particular or some kind of new game, the time to upgrade is when the thing that you want to do with it is struggling, or just noticeably not doing as well as it was before. Or you got a new game and your PC is struggling a little bit with it. That's the time to upgrade. Upgrade when you need to.
Hey, yo.
Or if you're like, running a pretty modest system and you're like, what, it's finally the time for me to get like a really nice, beefy build with plenty of frames and all the fancy gizmos and gadgets, who's its and what's its galore. That's also a time to upgrade. But I always say there isn't really so much a rule of thumb. It's just when the thing you want to do with it needs more power. That is when you do it.
You really got some mileage out of that sticker.
Yeah, dude. Like, put anything in front of me, I'll just start messing with it. I'm very tired all of a sudden.
What time is it?
It's 3. Don't worry, we have tons of time.
Oh, it wasn't that. Oh, do you get the 3 o'clock? But you don't even drink caffeine.
Nah, dude. But yeah, like 2 o'clock, I'm very sleepy. But I never nap. Like, even on the weekends, or like, too much to do. Impatiently awaiting the 5070 to release to do a build. Nice. Built a PC with an RX 6600 and 9800 X3D. New GPU coming when they are available. Hey, I mean,
howdy, Thomas.
That's a really great chip, and honestly, like, you'd be surprised what the 6600 can do. Like, I'm still rocking a 6700 XT at home.
You know what video lives in my head rent free?
What?
This one old ass like viral video of a cat meowing and sounds like has a southern accent. He's like, "Hey, yo."
Or like the Italian dog.
The husky.
Oh yeah, the buongiorno.
Whoa. Yeah.
I'm still here, just lurking at the moment, trying to finish up the campaign of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands on Ghost Mode. I have 1 mission left, and it will have 100% completion. If I die, all progress is lost, lol. So no pressure. Dang.
What's up, Stocky Jack?
That was really cool. His friend gave him 3 used 1080s, lol. Hey man.
Hey, those are still worth something.
Yeah, I was like, if you
those.
could find a motherboard with enough PCIe lanes, render farm, the world's slowest render farm. It wouldn't be the world's slowest, but it'd be a pretty slow render farm.
I mean, you can kind of game with those. It depends on the game.
But 3 of them?
Performance might... Well, 3 of them,
That's
yeah.
why I was like, yeah, just like...
Yeah.
It'll probably give you maybe 10 or 20 extra FPS. It depends if it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
You upgrade when the newest AAA game you want to run is running at below 60 FPS. Yeah, that's actually a much more concise way of saying what I did. Most people realize when they play on a friend's computer or at a convention or even at the hotel lobby PC's faster. Yeah, it'll become aware to you when you need to upgrade. We should talk about food then. I'm always down to talk about food. Hello, good people. Hello, Stocky Jack. How much VRAM do you think the 5060 would have? Would it be good to pair with the 5600? I might upgrade to 5700 X3D and a new GPU. I don't know, actually. Has NVIDIA talked about the 5060? I usually stay away from rumors and such because most of the time I get access to it beforehand anyways, and I just trust my own data. I guess there's rumors of a 5060 Ti. And rumors say either an 8GB or a 16GB version. Interesting. I mean, in that case, I would say go for the 16GB version. I would probably just pass on the 8GB if you're doing an upgrade. If you're like, building a PC outright, that might be a good place to be. But yeah. Pairing it with a 5600 would probably still be fine. I mean, it's still a decent 6-core. 5700 X3D would be even nicer, but yeah, I don't know. That's probably one that we're just gonna have to wait until that comes out, until we have better data on it. LOL, I asked ChatGPT in this case. It differentiates the model from other variants like the B550A or B550XE. The F model is known for its robust features. Including PCIe 4.0, all that. Okay. So it's F is for features? Okay, noted. Yeah, that's like a much harder one to...
I think you really wanted it to be
What?
for frog. Huh?
Frogs. It's a frog board, yeah.
It's
Do you know that that's like a real estate term, frog?
What is
It
that?
stands for free room over garage.
Oh my god. Why does that need to be abbreviated?
because it's apparently a thing in certain.
Yeah,
architecture.
real estate market so fast paced. You need to, get that info.
I watch
quick.
a lot of HGTV when I don't know what else to watch.
Frog.
I'm like, oh, I want a house with a frog. Not the room, but like frogs. Frogs
Do you
everywhere.
have a frog?
Do I have a frog? No. No. I had to think about it for a second. But I grew up next to a frog pond, and I went to a school that was named Frog Pond in
Frog pond?
in like in a Native American language, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Frog Pond, and we would get frogs in our pool. And before you think, oh, Kelsey, you had a pool? I did. It was about 10 feet wide and like 4 feet across.
You had a jacuzzi.
Yeah. It was still cool though, and it had frogs.
Oh, yeah.
And one time, an entire hawk was in it, and the hawk was dead. That was upsetting.
Oh. It didn't do what?
No.
Oh.
That's like the main thing. It's like, yeah, it'd be cool to have a pool to be able to like swim in, but like it's more like what am I gonna find in it today when you go out there in the morning?
Oh, that's terrible.
Sometimes like you find a rattlesnake. That's kind of cool. Sometimes you would find things in there alive, and then you get to play rescue. Always fun.
Gonna find.
You gotta find a way to look at the bright side of life. Always. And sometimes finding a dead animal, which is very sad, can also be like, well, what's in the pool today? The same mouse for 13 years. I just recently took it apart and added some fader lubricant to the scroll wheel and clickers, which fixed the scroll wheel from going berserk.
Dang.
And the double click problem was so I need to fix stick drift issues. Yeah. Funny you should mention that. My mouse actually decided it didn't want to left click this weekend all of a sudden.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, you know what I'm always gonna do.
Logitech time.
No, I just got the isopropyl. And it was, I literally just like lifted, like I didn't even like deconstruct it. I was like, no, we're doing this the cheap and easy way. So I lifted it up just a little bit and then was just like bam, bam, bam. Like it was hot sauce over some like, and
Nice.
wiggled it a bit. Totally fine. Isopropyl fixes everything. I've yet to find a thing it doesn't fix. Relationships, I'm pretty sure isopropyl fixes it. I don't know, man. If I was mad at you and you gave me some isopropyl, I'd be like, okay, this is gonna work out. I don't know. Somebody else try that. When your spouse is angry at you, be like, I got you some isopropyl. Oh, how thoughtful. No, he's only getting one 1080 in the PC, but the other two in different systems. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Go for 5070, it's such a good price point. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the 70 series is the Goldilocks. It's those detached garages. HGTV is awesome in hotel rooms, but makes you want to get home and upgrade. I don't even know why I like watching HGTV, because like I don't watch any of the like flipping series because I hate like modern aesthetic. Like modern as in like what we like currently, everything gray.
Contemporary?
Yes, thank you, contemporary. So like it just bugs me because they'll take like, here's a house that had some character and we robbed it of it. But I like to watch like House Hunters or whatever because then I get to see some interesting architecture. But yeah, I'm always like, we need someone weirder on these shows. I need like the couple who's like, hello. She likes mid-century and he likes built by dwarves. Like,
What?
like Lord of the Rings-esque. Looks
Built
like
by-
there's like a whole tree in the center. I don't know.
I didn't know that was a design style.
It probably is. Someone's got to tell their realtor that. I want to see that House Hunters episode.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Lovely.
Don't worry about that. It'll get flipped in the software. It is the display edition.
It's pretty cool though. The software will also let you choose fonts and whatever it is that you want to have displayed on there. Temperatures, the clock, anything.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, yeah. Oh, I love serious loops. I'm so glad that they fixed them from being not the best fans to being good fans again. Love that, love that, love that. Alright, so this PC is done. It's going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need, so out of the box, it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also going to stress test this bad boy, make sure these components work and work under load. And when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us. Lovely PC. This is... Okay, I'm going to go on a slight rant. I love this case. I freaking love this case. So this is an Antec case, right? It looks like it could grate cheese. It looks great with the RGB. It looks great with no RGB. Passes as a good workstation chassis. Tons of room in it. I cannot sing the praises of this chassis enough. Love, love, love it. And yeah.
Hey, what's up, melee weapon? Just in time.
Yeah, how's it going?
How easy to change GIFs on the color screen?
On the cooler screen? Depends on obviously like what AIO you get, but in the Thermaltake software, it's pretty easy and straightforward, I would say. I've run into some more confusing ones. I'm a laptop guy. Hey, I got my laptop too. There's some times where I want to game but be warm and in bed. That's where the laptop comes into play. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I go to Home Depot saying all the nice things I can put in the house, and then I remember I have to be the one to install it, and that's gonna be half a day. Welcome to my world. Yeah. Me, I just took the 3 screws out and got the components.
Nice. Oh, it's not squeaky anymore.
Will 70% fix a relationship, or is this a 95% fight?
You gotta go for the 90 and 90.
Yeah, you gotta get the good stuff.
You can't half-ass it, 70%. Come on, you want your relationship 70% fixed?
Can't find the cut on your hand? No worries. Isopropyl will find it for you. Yeah. It's not as bad as squeezing a lemon, like when you decide to have tacos after like a week of work and you're just like, ah!
You guys have PCs with the 5090? Not yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, they should be launching tomorrow. We don't know what time though, so check it on our website throughout the day.
It's a surprise.
I got the Antec C5 and I can figure out why the fans were so loud. I had to switch them from DC to PWM, LOL. Oh yeah, definitely get a PWM. Do you guys build micro ATX? Not really right now. Okay, I've actually piloted a couple chassis. We might see some in the future.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyways, that was our build stream, folks. Thank you so much for joining us while we built these computers and just kind of chatted, and we didn't actually get too crazy off topic this time.
No, not really.
We're improving. Anyways,
I think the NVIDIA RAID and the J's too.
Yeah, that was like, kept us a little bit more into the... It's when it's quiet around here that it's just like, so, you know what I would love to eat? And then it just spirals from there. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back on Friday with more builds. And more excitement.
Guarantee.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you guys so much. 50 series should be on our website tomorrow at some point if you're looking out for that, so check that out. Anyways, goodbye. Go have a really nice afternoon, night, evening. What time is it? I'm losing the plot. Goodbye, everyone.